It's an immense pleasure to have you here in year one after what I call the breakthrough year of heat pumps, even though it may not be, because it seems that this year's markets may come to a screeching halt. Anyways, a friend of mine always said overnight success takes 15 years of hard work, and it's a bit of a coincidence that it took 15 years for us to be at this size in Brussels. We had the first EHPA conference in 15 years ago in 2008 in La Défense in Paris in a small meeting room with 35 people. So you can see how this has evolved. All of you can see how the market has evolved altogether. We have come a long way. We've come a long way developing this association to the current status, and all of you have come a long way developing an industry that can meaningfully call itself the new heating industry of Europe, if not the world. We have also received quite significant public support on the global level from the International Energy Agency, and I will introduce the speakers there, but we are very happy about that. And on the European level, to the highest levels of the European Commission. Needless to say, the same is also true for quite a few member states. So the recognition of this technology as a reliable, resilient, sustainable solution for heating and cooling in a new energy world governed by renewables is received. I want to do three things before I introduce Michael Lieberreich, today's keynote speaker. I want to thank a few people without which this event could not have taken place the way it does. And first and foremost, that's our board that has allowed us to be very creative in doing it and has basically given us a free hand. And that leads me to the team immediately, and Savina Cenuse in particular, who really held the pen in putting everything together, who has been active in bringing all of you in, and who has solved all the last-minute small things that always happen. Then I want to thank our sponsors that made it much easier for us to do this event. You know, it always costs money, and I'm very thankful for those that said, we think this is so important that we provide resources to make it easier on the organizers. And then I want to thank also you, the participants, because this is a bit like a book on an island that nobody reads. You know, it's not very useful. So a conference without an audience is nothing, so thank you for coming. Thank you for showing us that we have picked the right program that is interesting for you to be here. With that, and without further ado, I want to introduce Michael Lieberreich with 3 traits. Actually, I have to put 3.5 there because I just realized that we have a joint pleasure. I will say that in a minute. He's a mechanical engineer with a degree from Christ's College in Cambridge that he showed aptly when he had me on his show, on his podcast, which I really highly recommend. There's a number of very good people and very interesting. Speaking Up, it's called. And then he's an avid skier, and he participated in the Albertville Winter Olympics. He also participates in 2:20 in the Engadin Marathon in skiing. So it's on snow. I do rollerblading, so I just finished 242 and a few kilometers on wheels. And I would say he's a visionary, he's a writer, he's a founder of New Energy Finance. He also is here on behalf of today of EcoPragma Capital. So it is important because we need more financing solutions. We need more people that understand the financing needs of this industry on different levels, and he for sure is one of them. And the fourth trait, you can judge for yourself. I think, Michael, you're a really good speaker. I'm happy to have you here. I've always enjoyed our conversation, and I hope that the rest of the audience enjoys them as much as I do.